if you're new here, hello beautiful people, and if you have subscribed, what a G Sky Squad, welcome back. In this video, I will be trimming my locks. I just decided that I needed to trim them because I get soft spots in my locks, which, you know, is not like a new thing necessarily. It's relatively new. But when I first discovered I had soft spots, they were always like towards the end of my locks, and I kind of just got scissor happy. So I don't think I even remember how long it's been since the last time I actually trimmed my locks, but I wanted to do kind of like a final trim at the beginning of the year, and that way I just won't trim my locks for the rest of the year. That's my plan, because I really can get scissor happy and just be chip chopping everywhere. So I'm trying to avoid that. But I have some locks that once I found out there's a soft spot there, I just keep with it. Like I just keep messing with it and aggravating it and making the problem not worse, but more accelerated. Because I feel like once you get a weak spot, eventually I feel like it would pop off your lock anyway. But with me knowing it's there, it's bothering me. I'm constantly bothering it, picking at it. And I would just feel better letting things go. There's nothing wrong with letting things go. Sometimes you need to trim your locks. It happens. If you don't do it, your lock's gonna do it for you, basically. So I just want to go through and make sure I'm not missing any, show you guys me actually trimming them, and you know, get up close and personal. So if you're ever curious about soft spots or anything like that, I'll show you mine. So I kind of like just to do a systematic approach, because if I'm going through, I want to make sure I don't miss anything. Sailor Moon. Okay. So, you know, I was really curious like what could cause soft spots in your locks. I kind of did my research to see what other people's experience was as far as soft locks and what contributed to them. And so a lot of people said, you know, dry, brittle hair. Some people even mentioned, well, you know, when you have like clamps or just any kind of like tension on your locks repeatedly can create, you know, like if I wore like a really tight ponytail all the time with a super tight elastic band, me doing that repeatedly, that pressure repeatedly can make a soft spot happen in my locks. Just like rubber bands at the ends of your locks, which I can definitely see how it's just like a tourniquet wrapped around there, and that constant compression can make a difference in your locks. Even the clips that you use to dry down, or during your retwist and you dry down your locks, can also be a source. Lint picking, y'all, I think I've really realized how important it is to cover your locks, not just when you're sleeping. I'm actually gonna just start. It's a little soft down here, not really majorly, but I am gonna just chop off a little bit of that lock there. But yeah, lint can get attached to your locks and become hidden and trapped in the budding process. So instead of hair being there, it could be lint. And then if you like try to pick out your lint after it's already been embedded in your locks, you can really have some problems there. Because usually if you pick it out, there's probably a soft spot, like something's missing now because your locks accommodated for the lint that was trapped in there. So lint, I can definitely see, especially if you pick your lint, that can be a source of soft spots. And it's funny I'm doing braids real quick, but someone even mentioned braids, like any kind of like consistent pressure or tension on your locks can contribute to soft spots, basically. So even you overly retwisting, overly clipping, overly doing anything besides letting your hair be free in its own, like, you know, rebellious ways can contribute to soft locks. I kind of have a soft spot here, kind of like a little spongy, but it's nothing like major or noticeable, so I'm not even gonna mess with it. You don't always have to cut out your soft spots in your locks. You could reinforce it. There's some people that have videos on that I was considering. Like, yeah, I could feel like a soft spot there, but I'm not gonna do that right now. I'm just gonna cut out the bad ones. The really ones are just I really just want to let go, you know. And these locks have been with me for 5 years, and most of my soft spots happen towards the ends here. And when you think about it, it's just like, you know, they've been with me through ups, through downs, through moving, through breakups, through retwisting, overly retwisting, mistakes I've made, stress I've had to endure, like especially being a nurse, being at the hospital, just, you know, my late 20s, basically, because when you hit 30, it's, I don't know, it's a new level of like growing the hell up, you know what I mean? So it's been through me through a lot, like all that sun exposure, any products that I've used, the good, the bad, the indifferent. So it's been with me through a lot. And that's why, you know, even like the tips of my locks in the sunlight, you can really tell it's kind of like a dark brown compared to my other black hair. But it's been with me through the longest. I don't mind letting it go because some of those experiences I've had to let go. So this is the one that I kept messing with right there. Like I kept twirling it like, oh, I can't wait to cut this off. But I wanted to share with you guys. But see, this is what I would do. Just keep twisting and twisting and twisting until, you know, there's a little curlicue there and there. It's time to let it go. I'm ready to let it go. And when I trim my locks, let me know if you do this, but I like to save my locks. Like when I trim them, I just feel a little weird throwing them in the trash or finding my locks of hair and doing who knows what with it, but I'm not willing to take that risk. So yeah, but anyways, I'm ready to let this go. So this is kind of like a ceremony. You see how it's limp and everything. So yeah, I'm gonna cut that one off. And there's that. There's my lock right there. It's not much, but this is a lot in my mind, in the lockers world, you know, all of that. But yay. And you can kind of see like a little swirl down there. Kind of reminds me of my star locks, how they started. But yep, we have cut that and let that go. Great. I'm really glad that I cut it because knowing it was there dangling, I just kept messing with it. But I know I have one for sure on this side. I just don't want to miss any others. See, this one is getting soft right there. I don't know if you can tell. Right there. I don't know if I want to cut that one. Especially if you like do symmetrical styles, you might want to keep that length the same. This one is pretty spongy to me. I don't know if this is it, but I think I'm gonna cut this one. And I think I might have cut a similar lock on this side too, because this is in the same placement as the first one I cut. But it just feels good to let go. And I feel like I was on Instagram or something, and they were saying it's okay to trim your locks, and it is. Oh, it's right here. This is the next one I'm gonna trim right there. I'm gonna trim that one. Let me see, do I wanna cut this one? I might let this one be for a while. If I need to reinforce this, I might, or I might just cut it later. It's not time yet. But the one I wanted to also cut is right here. Hello guys, so this is what I've cut this whole time when I did this trimming. This is all the locks that I've cut, and as you can see, most of them is basically close towards the end of my locks. So yeah, that's pretty much it. I don't have any plans to reattach them either. I don't know, I kind of just want to let it go, and I don't want to reattach, like, I don't know, like I don't want to reattach any old times. Not saying I would never. Like if for some reason I had to cut all my locks off or something, I would consider reattaching them. But the little trims that I have now, I don't see myself reattaching them, but I can't bring myself to just throw my hair out. Like a whole lock like that, I don't know. But yeah, so just 3. So I'm just gonna not cut my locks for the remainder of the year. That's the whole point. Get these that are like, I don't want to repair, I don't want them around, I want to get them out of my hair. Get those out so I don't have to think about it anymore, I don't have to pick at it anymore. It could just, and it not be like a limp lock there anymore. And it looks cute. It looks cute. And it's going to be thicker. This is one of the ones that I had to crochet months back, maybe a year, maybe. And yeah, so there we go. So yeah, so it's totally okay to trim your locks if that's something that you want to do, or let your locks trim themselves for you. Totally up to you. But I like it. I just can't get too scissor happy or too like highly fixated on it, because then I'm gonna be chip chopping and chip chopping. Just know, like, no one's lock journey is perfect. It's not meant to be perfect, but that's definitely a part of my maintenance, is just to trim the dead ends away, like let it go and be okay with it. You don't have to hold on to every single lock just for the length or just for that, you know. Well, let me know if you guys trim your locks. Do you do that regularly? Are you against trimming your locks? Let me know down in the comments. And thank you for watching. Please subscribe, and until next time, peace.